Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got back from the theaters after seeing this in IMAX. I'm talking about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Open your eyes. Reality is but an
Look in
illusion.
my eyes. What do you see?
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is a 2025 film that is once again directed by Christopher McQuarrie, because Christopher McQuarrie has been directing like the last few, like probably since the fifth one, and that's a good thing, and also I wouldn't say bad. But I think it's what's bringing me to my ultimate conclusion of what I thought of this film and the franchise in general. This is technically a part 2, even though they did away with the part 1, part 2 title, right? But it's definitely a part 2 given how the last movie ended. This one starts up with Tom Cruise after obtaining that key. He is still on the run from his government, because has there been a Mission Impossible movie where Tom Cruise was not disavowed and not being chased after by his own government each and every single time? Yes, Tom Cruise has to save the world, basically. It's what it comes all down to. I'm going to say that overall, I enjoyed the movie. I did. This isn't going to be something where I say I was disappointed or I say that I think the movie fails in any way. I don't. I think this movie is strong. I think it's strong as far as at least with the tease that this is the final movie. Is it actually the final movie? I don't know. Because when you get to the end of this, you kind of go like, huh. You know, as far as whether or not this is going to continue. But Tom Cruise delivers, playing Ethan Hunt, playing this guy who just, the definition of Ethan Hunt is that he will do anything and he is willing to do whatever to himself in order to get the job done, in order to complete the mission, even if it makes him look bad, even if it puts people in danger, even if it does this and that. Yes, time and time again he's done this. But the biggest, I think, action set piece that goes on in this movie is Tom Cruise having to go down into the depths of the water, go into the submarine, the sequence of him trying to maneuver through the submarine while underwater, while it's flipping over, and so he's having to go around and it's getting filled with water. Like, all of that was great, and I wouldn't be surprised, even though I'm pretty sure not, I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Cruise said, fuck it, let's go down deep into the ocean, like, for real, because he's fucking crazy. It would not shock me. There's also an action sequence in the third act with 2 planes that I thought was very impressive, because you know most of it, if not all of it, was practical. And Tom Cruise doing it. So that's pretty wild. The movie's runtime, I can't go much longer without talking about this. The runtime is damn near 3 hours. I'm talking 250. And look, for some people, that's a no-go. That will deter them from either seeing the movie straight up or definitely going to the theaters. And I understand that, because I too had to navigate of like, okay, what day can I spend that much time in the theater? I feel like my time of being able to spend time in general in the theater is winding down, or at least my interest level is what it's like. It needs to be a movie that like is worth it, one, but also because I don't want to waste my time stuck in the theater in a dark room surrounded by people that I don't either like or that make the experience bad. So this film, thankfully, it delivered as far as the theater going experience, the IMAX especially, the surround sound, and just all of that paid off. The time, the length, I would say that maybe the first quarter is a little, I wouldn't say slow, but there's a lot of setup and there's a lot of things that they feel like, and they probably do have to put into place in order to get those action sequences later really going. Like, they have to sort of establish this, establish that. it felt like there was a lot of recapping of not just the last movie, but the entire series in general. And there's a lot of fucking movies, and there's a lot of characters that have been introduced and come in and out. There's a lot of villains that have been in this franchise. There's a lot of things that it felt like they wanted to either just pay homage or find a way to work into the story to sort of make it feel like it's full circle. The other cast, it's great to have Ving Rhames back and Simon Pegg back. Obviously, there's no Rebecca Ferguson, and I'm still mentally trying to deal with that. Hayley Atwell, I don't like that the movie almost makes me feel like I have to have something against her because she essentially replaced Rebecca Ferguson. At least the role that Rebecca played, it seems like Hayley Atwell's now in that role. Luckily, I like her. She's a good actress, and she's just in this role now. She's in that specific role that every few years a different younger actress has to take to be like Tom Cruise's love interest. So there you go. Pom Klementieff is also somebody that was introduced in the last movie. I liked her a lot. She's a lot more subtle, a lot more in the background, but she comes across as a badass, and I like that her motivation the entire time is like, we need to kill that Gabriel motherfucker. And half the time I thought she was right. There's a random new member of the group, like this dude that they just run into, and like maybe he was in the last part, I don't remember, but like he was there. Angela Bassett is also back. She is the president, which I love how so many movies in Hollywood have like positioned a female president in their movies, and it's like, man, we've had plenty of opportunity to make that happen in real life, but it never seems to do it. Hollywood, though, make sure it happens. Angela Bassett was really good. Gabriel, the villain. Let's talk about the villain because they try to build up this guy as this big, serious threat and this big, serious foe for Tom Cruise. Even the last movie touched upon how they had history, and apparently whatever happened with them when Cruise first joined the MI program and he killed somebody that Ethan Hunt loved and blah blah blah, but like I never connected to this villain. I never felt like this villain was as big and bad or as dangerous as the movies tried to sell you on. And because they reference so much of the older films and the older villains here, when they reference Philip Seymour Hoffman and his character and his villain role in the third film, it's only a reminder of how fucking great Philip Seymour Hoffman was and how he was like the scariest villain in this franchise, and so you're never going to be able to top that. But you have this AI system, right? The Entity. And I was a little mixed on the idea of having this intelligence be the overall villain or the overall threat. In the last film, it's carried over to here, and like it's fine, right? It's fine, but you know, it feels like it was probably more Tom Cruise being more nervous about AI being used for movies and you know what? By all means, he's correct, because I don't think we are going to get the same level of action and quality that we are getting with these Mission Impossible films as we would if AI started making movies. The reason why I brought up Christopher McQuarrie being the director for a lot of these last movies is because I was having a conversation with somebody about the Mission Impossible films, and I brought up how the first two were kind of whatever. I mean, the first one's decent enough, but the second one is woof. And then the third one is where it went like, holy shit, this is next level. This is like a direction that we definitely need to take. J.J. Abrams killed it, right? And then you had Ghost Protocol, which also the action was insane. And I think ever since the fifth one, I think that's when Christopher McQuarrie came in. And it was great, right? And like Fallout, like all of those were great. But a lot of them start to blend in together. A lot of them start to sort of feel samesies as far as the cinematography, as far as the look of the film, as far as the level of action. I mean, yeah, they get bigger and bigger, but also how big can you get? So I guess it's one of those deals where he makes really good Mission Impossible movies. This one is really good, but it's probably going to be hard to talk to your friends in a few years and explain which one of his films were which. Oh, yeah, that's the one where, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm going to give this a good date movie. which I know sounds low. Maybe it's surprising that I didn't say full price. There's a part of me that got a little lost with the whole plot and the mumbo jumbo and the fucking talk that made me feel like I was an idiot for sort of like, wait, so they're going to put the thing in the thing and then do that? Huh? What? But I think if you did go to IMAX, it's worth it. I will say this. If you go in IMAX, it's worth it for that experience. Otherwise, decent movie. Let me know in the comments below if you too saw Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. What did you think of it? Did you like it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!